Police chase after stolen tow truck.
I am hearing
Authorities
you now.
pursued a stolen tow truck in the Sottel and Santa Monica areas of West Los Angeles around noon on Friday, February 21st, 2025.
Well, that's not nice.
Officers were pursuing a stolen tow truck at low speed, and the driver appeared to be acting erratic and talking to himself while driving.
This man is getting his couple minutes of fame. I'm pretty sure he's live streaming this. Either that or he's very animated with somebody, one of his friends. Yep. Is that money in his hand? Maybe he's got money in his hand. I thought it was a phone. Oh, he's got money in his hand. Are you trying to bribe an officer, sir? What? Yes, I can hear you. Yes. You know what? Turn off. Okay. Please turn off the Menendez Brothers stuff. It is just blowing me out. Thank you. Now, I don't know if you guys are going to be in studio, whatever it is, and I can hear you, but right now I've got blissful silence. He's a snazzy dresser, and he's got tips. All right. On the outside chance that maybe we're up on digital somewhere instead of just keeping my mouth shut. Did he just throw the money out? Man, we got to go back. Oh, thank God. Did he get more money? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the same one. Maybe he just set it aside. I was busy doing, like, work. Let's see how many cops are following this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 officers. Yes. Yay, can you hear me? I can hear you saying Stu Bear. Yes, I can. Good luck with that. Oh, what's he got now? What's he got now? Okay, hopefully I can hear Sandra because we've had that problem in the past. I can hear you. Uh-oh, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, no. Did they not fuel up the tow truck this morning? There he goes. Oh, he's back to the monies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. We're slowing down again. Oh, guys. I'm standing by. Of course, we're going to lose them behind the trees as soon as we go live. Maybe that's what he's throwing the money out for. He's like, hey, I need gas money. I'm standing by. Oh, no. Oh, he's throwing the money out. Yep, it is a stolen tow truck. And on the other side, on the passengers, I'm sorry, on the passenger side, they actually do have one tire is missing. That's going to be one of the front tires. Now, that driver of that truck, that stolen tow truck, he's been flashing a little cash there for a little bit. Now he's starting to throw things out of the vehicle. Not sure if it's driving so slow because it might actually be running out of fuel and or possibly just missing that one tire. Now, LAPD in pursuit. We're on Sepulveda Pass. We're actually on Sepulveda Boulevard in the pass. Brentwood is the actual location, and this is what I was kind of worried about. That tow truck seems to kind of stop and go. I'm not sure if that's the driver or possibly it looks like it might start to be running out of fuel. Usually these tow trucks, they're usually full of fuel, especially if they're going to start the day. There you go. That's as tight as we can get on that driver right there. And again, he's been kind of just throwing things out of the vehicle, but he did have a little wad of cash earlier on. Not sure. Maybe he was trying to get somebody to get some fuel for his tow truck. But right now, though, this pursuit's continuing. They have 9, count them, 9 black and whites behind this vehicle. On. Now, we are kind of poking a little fun at what this situation is, but that is a pretty heavy vehicle. Tow trucks, well, clearly they do tow other vehicles, and they actually have added weight on them for that ability. And this could create a problem. Even moving slow, a head-on collision could create a lot of problems and maybe hurt somebody, and nobody wants to see that happen. Right now, LAPD, they're making the plans. They're talking about maybe trying to do something to bring this to an end or possibly handing it off to the valley. They got those 9 police cars behind them. That one driver of the tow truck seems to be pretty agitated, and I think he's back to the cash there. I'm not really sure. But at first I thought he was talking on the phone. He is very, very animated, possibly inebriated, but all these things not good for what's going on, especially for the public at large. Again, right now we're making our way northbound on Sepulveda Boulevard, getting through the Sepulveda Pass. We've passed the Getty. The next stop, I think, is going to be Skirball. Is going to be the next one that we're going to be coming by. But right now, though, very slow going. The law enforcement, lights and sirens on. At least they're being able to warn the public that something is going on and possibly to be alert and stay out of the way of that tow truck.
Truck in quite some time, if at all. And obviously the driver, as you mentioned, very agitated, yelling things outside the window. How fast are we talking about here as it trugs along Sepulveda Boulevard uphill right by the Getty?
You know what? I can show you that, and thank you for bringing that up, Sandra. There you go. There's the actual locations and also the speeds. We're doing 19 miles an hour. Maybe we were topping out at 20 there for a little bit. And nice and slow and go. You know, we just don't know if that is because of the truck is disabled in a way, because like I said, that on the passenger side, that front tire completely gone down to the rim, or possibly that's the driver might not know exactly what's going on right there, or there also is another possibility that this might have been disabled somehow through something like a Starlink or something like that, and that could be causing the problems right there. He made a quick move, and that one reason why was that right there, the spike strip. So he did see that coming. So even if he is a little inebriated, he's wise enough to keep an eye out for that. That might have brought this to an end with 2 flat front tires, but it's continuing on right there, 18 miles an hour. We're coming up to the tunnels here in a moment. Good thing he's not getting onto the freeways. This would be creating a lot of traffic issues, and it's a Friday. Nobody wants that. But LAPD, what they want is just to bring this to an end safely, get that guy in custody, that tow truck back to its owner, and hopefully no injuries to anybody on the ground. Credit cards, maybe it was just whatever the driver or the owner of that tow truck had available or nearby that driver. It didn't look like the cash, but I haven't seen him holding that up after that moment where he was throwing stuff out of the vehicle. But it wasn't anything like stolen bank money or anything like that. I'm going to work with my pilot afternoon, Chris, and we're going to get on the other side there. We're going to have to move forward, and so we can pick him up on the other side. I don't think I'm going to lose this one. If anybody's watching down there going, Stu, you're going to lose him. You're going to lose him. Nah, it's a slow-moving tow truck. Unless he makes a U-turn in there, that might throw us for a moment or two, but you can see the traffic is starting to stop there as they're trying to get into the tunnel, and there he is coming out the other side. Really
going slow, and that tire getting a load on that tire because it's so thin and worn out down to the rim, as you were mentioning, Stu. But clearly he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
No, definitely not. This person in no rush to get anywhere, and probably the place where he's going to go is that law enforcement is going to take him there, hopefully. We say, again, I've always kind of have a little issue poking a lot of fun at these things because you just don't know how it's going to end. And that truck might actually still be completely capable of doing whatever those trucks do, and it could take off and start moving very quickly and change this whole dynamic in just a blink of an eye. And this is one of the reasons why these things are so dangerous. LAPD, you can see them right there. We counted 6 of them earlier on, 9 of them perhaps. Look at that, a little snake of black and whites there following that suspect. They want to make sure that when this comes to an end, they do take that person into custody without any kind of incident. But right now, still making our way. We're probably on the other side. So yeah, Encino is our new location and still on Sepulveda, but very slow moving this afternoon. And Chris putting us up on the other side so we can show the public what we were talking about, that front driver's side wheel gone. That tire is gone and the wheel is still there. Technically, I'm sure somebody is at home going, the wheel's still there, Stu. The wheel is still there. The tire is completely gone. But that tow truck seems to be undaunted by this as it continues on at 18 miles an hour on Sepulveda Boulevard.
Yeah, definitely determined, an agitated driver, as you were mentioning, as we saw him yelling out the window, looking back. Going at a slow rate of speed, though, is a good thing, but you point out that these tow trucks do have a lot of horsepower in terms of the ability to pick up a load, and obviously there's a lot of weight thrown into that tow truck as well. So if there is a collision, then it could be quite a forceful one, even at a slow speed. It does look like he's picking up speed, though, at this point. But again, we want to make viewers know that, remind them that this started at about 1 o'clock. 1:08, in fact, at Westwood and Sottel. So this has been going on for some 40 minutes at this point. So that is why you're seeing a lot of black and white behind him. Obviously, they were able to catch up to this suspect. And wow, you could really see the vehicle there disabled because it's riding on that rim, Stu.
Yeah, riding on that rim, and I'm just worried he's going to start crossing that double yellow. His speed's really starting to pick up right there. You know, 50 miles an hour, we went from extremely slow to way too fast, especially with one tire missing. Continuing on here on Sepulveda Boulevard, coming out of the pass, it's going to start getting busy, especially when he starts getting over to Ventura Boulevard. Is going to be that next cross. Actually starting to pass some people out there, and this is the windy part of Sepulveda. A lot of folks take this drive. A lot of folks know about it, but I'm more concerned about him crossing that double yellow. Those speeds, yeah, doubled, but now we're talking 40 miles an hour. It's making its way into the Encino area right here, Sherman Oaks, and it is going to start getting really busy. I'm kind of looking out ahead. He doesn't, and it just continues on. That driver just keeping that distance, going through. It looks like a red light right there, and things like that you just don't want to see. LAPD going through code 3 underneath the 405 coming out the other side there, but the traffic definitely going to start to build here in just a few moments.
Yeah, most of the traffic building on the other side, the southbound lanes of Sepulveda Boulevard, as we're watching this pursuit of the stolen tow truck that started out of Westwood. Thankfully, not too much traffic on the northbound side of Sepulveda where the suspect is driving that vehicle, but hanging out of the window right there of the driver's side with his arm out, things in hand, throwing paper slips or cash out. Some of the images that we're seeing, clearly this is one of the ones that this is pretty rare, Stu. It's a very different type of pursuit.
Definitely right through a red right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But he's slow moving, but that doesn't mean an accident can't happen at any moment out here. Great burger place that he just drove by right there on Sepulveda Boulevard as well. The name is escaping me right now. Coming up on Ventura Boulevard, and you can see what I was talking about. The traffic is really going to start to build out here. Now, this vehicle, we haven't yet seen it actually stop. You can turn it up, then just as soon as I say it, it's going to happen right there. Now, a lot of folks say, well, why aren't they just going and making their move right now and just trying to take him out, as it would be? I don't know where that smoke is coming from.
Yeah.
Oh, you know where that smoke is coming from? Him hitting the brakes. Ooh, it just lost a mirror right there hitting that dump truck. So when he hits the brakes, that thing was actually scraping along those that tire, that with the wheel with no tire was actually scraping. We're going to try to get around that building to see if he keeps going. LAPD looks like they're keeping the
buildings
moves on
too.
there.
You know, we want to advise people anytime there is a pursuit suspect. Oh, he's hanging out of the tow truck right now, up to his waist, outside the window, yelling things, waving down. Who is it? Maybe, I don't know who he's trying to address. Maybe the police officers following behind him, it looks like. Yeah.
Definitely. And if Skyfox could just go a tad more to the north, we could clean this shot up here. So right there, I think those kids, those wacky kids, call that ghost riding the whip. You know, it's all just bad, though. It's all just bad. And when he makes these swerving turns right there, you just kind of wonder what is going on in that guy's mind, and we will just never know because we cannot put ourselves in that position. Backing up now, looks like he was unhappy with the fact that there was no traffic, and now putting himself into the traffic. This is also very dangerous because he's heading towards some officers. Yeah. If he swerves or tries to hit one of those officers, that's going to be a game changer as well. Right now, though, still very slow moving, making our way back towards Sepulveda Boulevard. And in one of those spots, well, if he stays there, we're going to be okay. We're going to be able to see him the whole time. Don't know why he likes that one spot right there, but now it looks like he's slowing down, kind of taunting those officers to do something. You know, we don't want to see anything going on. Definitely taunting the officers. And again, this is one of those type of situations where you just kind of wonder what is going on. And, you know, you got to give credit to the LAPD for keeping their cool in this situation.
Yeah, and what I was saying is we want to remind people, if you ever see a pursuit happening or police trying to follow a suspect, don't get involved. You know, don't try to be the hero. Don't try to block the way. Just get out of the way as quickly as possible. Don't engage in the suspect as well, because you see all those cars around.
The public get involved or try to bring this thing to an end. We've seen that happen in the past, and at the helm here, getting us into a really good spot, and we can just kind of hang out here. It looks like maybe the tow truck has given up the ghost there. I'm not sure, but definitely inside, back up, we are starting to roll again, and plenty of spike strips out there. We saw the LAPD. They're doubling it up. Look at that. I don't know if that's going to help or hinder that situation, but if he keeps looking out towards the back, changing a heartbeat out here. Hopefully nothing crazy like that happens, but right now, maybe more of a standoff type of situation. I can see the door opening. I saw the hands out just a moment ago. Maybe the tow truck just stopped running.
Here we go. You see the suspect coming out, hopefully, of the tow truck. Thankfully, no collisions in all of this, and it doesn't look like anyone got hurt in terms of people driving by both northbound and southbound of Sepulveda Boulevard at this point. But yes, a very heavy presence.
Pursuit
of
began
police back in Westwood at around Westwood and Sottel. So clear that is the good news, but you see him, okay.
The slow-motion chase headed north on Sepulveda and Skirball roads, ending on Ventura Boulevard near Sepulveda Boulevard just before 2 p.m. The suspect got out of the vehicle and talked to officers for a while before they finally took him into custody.
He's got the money out. We found the money. We found the money. Hope he's not trying to bribe any of those officers with that. That's not going to work, and it's just going to be another charge against him. That's a little levity right there. But anyways, you can see that he's definitely communicating with those officers. Hopefully, he's like you said, he did do that little turnaround goal, and it looks like he's actually starting to move farther and farther away from the from the truck, which is a great sign. But again, just kind of slow moving, and they're just taking it one step at a time, literally.
Yeah, it's almost like he's counting money there, or counting something in his hand, looking at papers or something. We had video earlier of him driving really slowly on that disabled tow truck because one of the tires was really bald. Trying to tell him, hey, move to the side, get away from the tow truck. And there he is, talking to them. But at least he's away from that tow truck at this point, Stu.
Definitely. And, you know, it is that moments of calm, moments of reassurance. Those officers are kind of just telling him, hey, look, just walk away from the truck, get a little bit farther away. You know, will they rush him? They could, they might. But again, right now, it's just time. And as long as the officers have time on their side, they always do, they're going to be able to take this guy into custody. A lot of those folks, though, that are sitting there on Ventura Boulevard, they might not have time on their side. I really do feel for a lot of those folks. Hopefully they'll be able to watch us on the app, perhaps. But right now, that suspect getting a little bit farther away from the tow truck every couple of minutes. It's, you know, it's just like the chase itself. It was very slow going. Maybe this just needs a little time to get farther away from the truck. But as soon as they get to a point, they might actually run over there and try to take him into custody. They do that pile-on type of situation, but it does look like he's actually slowly making his way another couple of steps, one step at a time, getting closer to those officers, and that's all they want him to do, get it close enough where they can put the cuffs on him, take him into custody, clear the roadway, and call it a day. Obviously
agitated, arguing or yelling about something, trying to make his case, maybe trying to explain himself. Who knows what he's saying, right? And the mental state and the emotional state of someone like this. So they're trying to deal with this the best as possible. And they're professionals. Again, they're trained.
There we go.
They know what to do. And here it goes.
There we go.
All right.
Yep.
Glad to see that.
And just really nice and smooth.
Yep.
Yeah, got the cuffs on him. Going to bring this to an end. So this is all coming to an end. Hopefully there were no injuries with it before we got here, but it does look like that tow truck is, they're going to clear it. And it seems to be all taken care of. That suspect in custody. Hopefully they have these roadways opened up shortly.